You think he loves you because it feels like love, but it's not. It's just what you feel after the pain of all of his abuse. It's the dopamine rush when he stops being cruel. It's the moment that your body just finally relaxes after walking on eggshells for days, right? That relief feels like love, but really it's your nervous system confusing safety with the end of danger for now. And I keep hearing, he's my best friend and I know he loves me, but what? He's abusive. He breaks you down and then he comforts you. That's not best friend behavior. That's someone that's keeping you in this loop where they cause pain and then they soothe it, but like just enough that you actually stay with them. He's taught you that chaos means passion, right? Silence means punishment, and that peace is something that you have to earn through the pain that he gives you. You're not stupid for believing that he loved you, though. You were just conditioned to, and you learned over time to think that this roller coaster is love, and that all these big feelings mean deep feelings. You didn't just wake up believing that. He trained you to. So when you live in this cycle of tension and relief, your body starts confusing exhaustion and intimacy and survival and love, and none of this is your fault. I'm Lisa Sonni, a toxic and abusive relationship expert, and I help women break trauma bonds, rebuild self-worth, and stop mistaking manipulation for love. Subscribe, because the more you understand this, the harder it is for anyone to ever trap you in it again. Now let's get into why this feels like love and what he's actually doing to make sure that you think that it is. It always starts small, right? He mirrors you. He remembers your favorite song, your coffee order, your childhood story, and he tells you that he's never felt this connected to anyone before. So you feel seen and chosen and safe, and that's the first hook, connection. But then slowly there's a shift. The messages are unpredictable, and one day he's adoring and the next day he's kind of irritated, but seemingly by nothing. You start chasing the good days, wondering what you did wrong. But this is the setup. This is what I want to expose. He's training your brain to crave his approval the same way that a gambler craves a win on the table. Psychologists call it intermittent reinforcement, right? It has a name. It's inconsistent rewards that make behavior harder to break. So he gives you like just enough affection to keep you really invested, but also just enough fear to keep you compliant. You're not crazy for staying. You're actually chemically attached. Now I'm going to come back to this point because there's more that you need to know about that specifically, but let's talk about what he actively does to make you believe that it's love, because this is intentional and this is important that we talk about this, and very important that I expose this to you. You've got to see what he's doing. He apologizes in ways that sound heartfelt, right? But they're not actually accountable. I just love you so much, it makes me act crazy, or I can't stand the thought of losing you. And those lines, they make you think that his anger comes from what? Passion? It doesn't. It comes from control. Because you see emotion, right? The tears and that voice that he gives you, but you register this as vulnerability, but that's not what it is. You're empathetic, so you respond with compassion instead of boundaries. You're projecting why you would apologize, and you're not realizing why he is apologizing. Now, here's what it looks like in real life. Let's just say he screams, slams doors, says something really mean, really cruel. But hours later, he texts you or says to you, I'm sorry, I just get scared when I think about losing you. And you melt. And you think, he's just wounded and this guy just needs reassurance. So maybe you hug him, you soothe him, and now he's really calm. But what actually just happened there was that you got harmed, and now you're the one doing all of the emotional repair work, and you're apologizing to him. You're soothing him. That's not love. That's manipulation, just wearing this mask. Now, he also creates these moments, right, that feel intensely intimate right after the harm. So something like he screams at you, but then he hugs you. After gaslighting you, he'll whisper that you're his person. But this whiplash, it keeps you completely off balance because your brain records both pain and relief, right? But then it fuses them together as love. Now, not all abusers do this comforting, right? Some hurt you and then just walk away, and that leaves you desperate for connection. You're sitting there, your heart's racing, you're terrified that it's over, so you reach out, you try to fix it. You start the makeup conversation. You say, can't we just talk? Or I hate when we fight. And it feels like you're weak, right? But it's not. It's actually your nervous system is panicking from this sudden silence and all of this withdrawal that came out of nowhere. So you are chasing reconnection. But what you're chasing actually is regulation. He's trained your body to believe that calm only comes from him. But here's the psychology underneath it, and this is the really interesting part, and I think it's important that you understand it, then you can stop blaming yourself for this. When your stress spikes, right, your body releases cortisol, and he finally calms down or shows you affection or apologizes, you get this surge of dopamine and oxytocin. That chemical cocktail, it's kind of euphoric, right? Like, oh, it feels like relief, but it's the honeymoon phase again. So your body starts to chase that feeling, tries to recreate it, even if it means tolerating the pain that precedes it. That's why you can know that he's abusive and still crave him. And it's not weakness, but it is conditioning. And basically, he knows that he's doing this. He might not have all the language for this as I'm naming it, but he knows exactly what he's doing. He'll say things like, I only act this way because I care, or if I didn't love you, I wouldn't get so angry. And it sounds kind of twisted, but it works because it also gives meaning to the suffering, right? Humans can tolerate almost anything if they believe that it has meaning. And in an abusive relationship, that meaning becomes, he treats me this way because I matter to him. And that belief is literally what keeps you in this loop. You rationalize the harm basically to preserve the fantasy. Because if you actually accept that this isn't love, you have to face that you were deceived, and that is devastating, right? And there's real psychology backing this up. Dr. Patrick Carnes, he's the researcher who actually coined the term trauma bond. He found that when love and abuse are mixed together, the victim's brain literally bonds through survival. That kindness after harm acts like a kind of a fix. It releases the dopamine, and that just deepens the attachment instead of breaking it. Now, your nervous system ties that safety to the abuser. So if you feel panicked, that when he pulls away and your heart is racing, your brain thinks, find him. That's where the relief is. So this is biology. We think it's weakness, but it's biology. Now, meanwhile, he benefits from all this confusion that he's created. You've got to know that he benefits from this. He gets to keep control while he also looks like the emotional one, right? He'll post quotes on his Instagram about loyalty. He's going to call himself a protector. He'll tell you that you're his world. But when you actually need protection, he's the one you're protecting yourself from. He doesn't love you. He loves what your love does for him. You hear me? He loves the way you forgive him. He loves the way you soothe his ego, the way you mirror back to him, the way you absorb blame so he never has to. That's what he's addicted to, the control and what you do for him. It's not to you as a person, but actually to what you provide. Don't get this confused that he's so in love with you and that's why he keeps wanting you back. He loves controlling you. And there's data for this too. A 2023 Pew Research study actually found that in heterosexual men, they are far more likely than women to define a good relationship through the care that they receive, right? Meals, sex, emotional comfort, while women actually define it through emotional safety and respect. Abusive men take this even further. They view love as what they can extract, right? It's not actually something mutual. Basically, it's ownership, but they sort of dress it up like it's devotion. And yet, after all this, your body still misses him. And that's the really cruel part of all of this, because the trauma bond doesn't just break because you see the truth. I talk to people every day who completely see the truth and they still can't leave. Your nervous system still expects the cycle: tension, explosion, reconciliation. It's familiar, it's predictable, it's safe in its own really twisted way. And that's why real peace can feel foreign at first, even boring. You hear that all the time, right? When I meet somebody healthy, it just feels boring. You start mistaking calm for emptiness because your baseline has been chaos. So when he hurts you and then comforts you, he becomes both the hero and the harm. He's the knife and the Band-Aid. You learn that pain is what leads you back to connection. So your body starts to believe that suffering is literally the path to love. And that's what makes it so hard to leave. You're not chasing abuse, trust me. You're actually chasing relief. He'll exploit that though, right? By throwing you these little scraps like, you're my soulmate, or I don't deserve you. You make me want to be a better man. And those phrases keep hope alive. Hope that he'll finally be who he pretended to be. Hope that he really was that guy in the beginning, that all the pain is going to pay off. But it never does, because cruelty isn't some glitch in the system. It is the design. And what's even darker is some of these men don't even bother with the I'm sorry routine anymore because they don't have to. They have trained you so well that neutral feels like the good part. So if he doesn't yell today, what an amazing day. If he doesn't disappear, you feel grateful. You stop noticing how low the bar has dropped. It's in hell because survival has replaced love. Now he keeps you in the cycle because it gives him power, and that's what he wants. You being confused and anxious and basically desperate for reassurance, that's his control. And the more you doubt yourself, the less you question him, which is the point. You think that he loves you because he says all the words that love uses. But words without empathy, they're just weapons. That's all that they are. He says, I love you, not to express care, but it resets the cycle. It pulls you back in, and this happens, right? Notice this, right when you start to get clear. That's why the moment that you pull away, he suddenly acts like the man that you fell for, kind and attentive and reflective. But it's not growth at all. It's bait. It's designed to make you question your instincts. He's not changing, not at all. He's remasking. He's just doing what he needs to do to get you back, to keep you. But here's the truth that most people are not going to tell you, right? What you called love was actually fear mixed with longing for him, with hope. But though we have such strong chemistry feeling that you have, that is literally just adrenaline and anxiety. The no one's ever made me feel this way, that is a high of survival, but it's kind of disguised as connection. So when you finally leave, your brain is obviously grieving the illusion, not the reality. You miss the version of him that kind of never really existed, right? The facade, the mask, like we say. You miss the relief that you got used to after all the chaos that he would create. You miss the hope, but that's really the withdrawal, right? It's chemical, emotional, it's spiritual, it's kind of all at once. And when you start rebuilding, you're going to learn something radical. Love doesn't require you to completely lose yourself to keep it. It doesn't punish you. It doesn't depend on how much pain you can go through. Love is safe and it's not perfect, right? They hide behind this like, oh, so you expect me to be perfect? No, I expect you to be safe. You don't have to guess how someone feels about you. You just know. You don't have to apologize for needing reassurance. And you definitely don't have to earn good treatment. So if you're still caught in that push-pull, thinking maybe this time will be different, remember this. The same man who makes you feel worthless cannot be the one to make you feel whole again because he's not capable of giving what he takes away from you. You didn't imagine this connection. I know it kind of feels like that, like he lied the whole time and you believed him. You misread the cause of what he was doing, and it's not your fault. What bonded you wasn't love. It was fear and hope and intermittent kindness. That's how emotional abuse works. What happens next is completely up to you. You can keep analyzing him or you can start rebuilding you. And that's the work that I do every day with women who've been exactly where you are, whether it's in private sessions or my group coaching programs. We just untangle all of this chaos. You rebuild your sense of self and help you feel peace again, the kind that doesn't hurt, right? The link is in the description, and I want you to hit subscribe because the more you understand this, the harder it is for anyone to ever convince you that pain is love again.